the one. Feel the vibes taking over. And it's like he say this and she say that, and the job do this and the job do that. Meet me on the road this tomorrow. Yes, I come for carnival. I'm not minding my business, but I'm making back a dollar. Meet me on the road this tomorrow. Winding up and booty girl. And the mass you don't finish, cause I'm making back a dollar. 4 times are the only mass we don't learn. She'll come with you and we're curling with her. We're doing the same thing that's running a turn. And over and over and over again. Lord, but they don't want no problems, and we giving problems. They begging with the stop it. Lord, every day that's in practice. Let's find out what's the address. Police can't even stop it.
On the road when I jamming at something, me head could be hot and still and stopping, no complaining. Behind the truck when the big tune that played, me foot could be burning, still and stopping, no complaining. Man a champion on the road and I'm feeling fine.
And a good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott,
And I'm Devon Romain.
and it is Hard Talk indeed. We're live on 97.5 City Sound FM.
89.5 CRFM.
Also in Carriacou, 92.9 Sister Royal FM.
And in Brooklyn, New York, 94.9 We Vibes Radio.
Yes, indeed. And it is a sort of quiet, overcast looking.
Cloudy.
Yeah, it looking like rain without rain. Just overcast. Humid, very humid day.
Like
on
the Sahara
island
just
sides.
passing through again. Or?
Yeah, it's like, the sun is there, but it's not there. You understand? It's that kind of day on the Isle of Spice. A nice beach day still.
Wonderful
yes, still
beach
a nice
day.
beach day.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so it's a wonderful day if you want to head on down to the beach and so on. All right, indeed. And the phone numbers for when you want to call in, 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah, and Spice Mass 2018. Spice Mass 2018, yeah. You were just hearing a track there from Little Natty and Thunder for 2018, eh? Like them fellas want to go in groovy too, but
That's right, but that is what the thing is. They just one thing they ain't trying to hear that.
Dash, you realize what's going on? Is
Mo.
that a call out Shondell?
They coming after you, bro.
Well, I didn't know that's my boy. But when it comes to groovy in Grenada, you have several artists that are always within striking distance. And so you have the reigning champion, you have Dash. You have Short Pre. And Short Pre is a guy could just dip in a bag and pull out a groovy Monarch tune
That's how good
any year.
That's how good he is.
Any year. And I don't know why, but I think he's out, but I think he need to go back into the Calypso as well. Because he dived into the Calypso, and believe me, I had the impression, Zim, he came third, isn't it? He came third when he went into the Calypso competition. I want to be a pastor. And then my mind changed. I think he came in the top 5,
He came in the top.
when he
Definitely
sang Calypso.
Yeah.
So believe me, you're watching on Short Pre. Short Pre is an artist that could go across the board because he's also good on soca itself too, eh? So we always look at him as a groovy king. But he's a groovy guy, as well as he's a Calypso guy, as well as he could throw out a road march or a soca Monarch tune for you. So he's an all-rounder. Basically, most of our artists are, eh?
Most of them.
Most of our artists are. You have, I always have to call Valine's name. She's a person, again, I believe that has a range that could go from anywhere, from groovy to soca to whatever it is. I like her in groovy, though. I just like her in groovy. I find groovy is
Groovy more fit her.
yeah, I find groovy is more her thing. So I like seeing her in groovy. That's just personal preference, eh? Mr. Killer. Mr. Killer win Groovy Monarch, you win Road March, you win Soca Monarch. The only thing Killer ain't win is Calypso Monarch. Yeah. And don't be surprised, I heard him sing Calypso before, I remember he did one Shooter and Facts. Yeah, and but one or two others.
Very few of them that won all 3 titles, though.
Inspector. No. Inspector hasn't won. I don't think Inspector has won a groovy.
Scholar.
So Specky, there is something. Elimus.
Yeah, you got to go after.
Yeah, that's something you had to work on now, boy. You had to add that one.
Yeah, boy, Inspector, you tell me you have some bomb tune for this year, and I hope one of them is groovy. I really hope so.
I wonder. I can't even remember seeing him competing in Groovy. I wonder if I seen him competing in Groovy.
I can't recall.
And I've been to nearly every single Soca Monarch.
I've never been to a Soca Monarch, Sheldon.
You've never been to a Soca Monarch?
Never been to a Soca Monarch.
I've been to Soca Monarch in Simoon when this national stadium was being built.
I've never been.
I've been to Soca Monarch that was Calypso Monarch I had in Tantine, Dimash Gra.
Yeah.
In Tantine, when the national stadium was being built. But one thing I cannot say is that I was to Soca Monarch in the old Queen's Park. Yeah, there was one the year Randy Isaac won with 6 for 9. I think Tangla came in second with Bouncing Low.
Yeah.
That would have been when? 1996? Nah, I didn't. I was supposed to make it, but I didn't make it to that Soca Monarch.
I was out of Grenada them times.
Yeah, I didn't make it to that one.
Yeah, so
I've we have many artists that are well. Randy Isaac again.
Another one, scholar.
He's dangerous when it comes to soca. He's dangerous when it comes to groovy. He's won groovy before.
Calypso, well, he's a boss.
My man, he win Calypso already. They just didn't game. That's another discussion for another time. I'll always maintain that two people that I sat there, well, not sit down because I don't sit down really when I can't sit down, you understand? But two people that I've seen with my own eyes, listen with my own ears, win Krong and not walk out with the Krong the night, Randy Isaac and Sheldon Douglas. Yeah. Two people that I saw in the Marsh Gra. I was there. Nobody ain't telling me. I ain't sit down and watch it on TV. I didn't listen to it on the radio. I was there, standing up, listening to them.
Decision is final.
Judge's decision is final all the time. Always. It's not always correct, but it's final.
No, it's not always correct. And sometimes you have issue with it. And
yes, it's not always correct. But I could tell you this. Those are two people that I mean, they couldn't fault them on music. They couldn't fault them on melody. They couldn't fault them on anything like that, stage presentation. So it's like, how these guys lose? But anyhow, that's life.
Yeah,
that's life. That's
you
life.
never know what some of the judges are looking for.
Yeah.
On that night.
Talking about win and lose and so though, the new national party is continuing with its second round of cricket matches in the Docks Challenge Trophy. Yeah, so that'll be taking place this Saturday, June the 9th. So let me see, 3 games. Yeah, there are going to be 3 games taking place this Saturday. And folks, it's not too late. If you want to become a member or one of the teams, you can contact your constituency branch and organize. Yeah, you can organize, and it doesn't matter because there is a specific number of males and females. So females, males as well as females. I think Hannah was saying she wanted to play. Hannah, yes, you could play. Contact the South St. George. Yes, you're South St. George, right? Yeah, contact South St. George, and you can have the opportunity to be part of the entire thing. So South St. George and so on, and yeah, nice, right? So St. John, they'll be playing St. Patrick at the MacDonald College playing field from 2 p.m. So St. John, they'll be coming up against St. Patrick West. That'll be this Saturday from 2 p.m. at the MacDonald College playing field. St. Andrew Southeast, they'll be playing St. David from 2 p.m. They have not said which one of the playing fields they'll be as yet, but by Friday we'll let you know. So St. Andrew Southeast, they'll be going up against St. David. And St. George Northwest, yeah, the Dock. St. George Northwest. Doc, we still had to talk about this thing. I don't know if you should watch.
What? Leave Doc alone. What's your time? What's your time when that game playing?
Anyway, Doc, good morning. Good morning to Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. Good morning to you, sir.
Are you talking about Doc not supposed to play in the competition? Oh, you can do Doc that. The man own thing you tell the man he can't play with.
No worry. When them team like St. David start to join people like Andre Fletcher, and other teams started joining people like Devon Smith,
St. Patrick Devon Smith,
Ryan. They started dragging people. I go here about all you. Karaku come down with Emmanuel Stewart
and Junior Murray when tongues that take Junior Murray and all these fellas and them.
Karaku come down with Emmanuel Stewart. Wait, play. They want to play that game, no problem.
But the dog game is under the floodlights Saturday night.
Yes, 6 p.m. under the floodlights at Bojeju. I'm glad because it gives me enough time now to go up the West Coast, go to the MacDonald playing field, right? Stay there for a little while, leave there, come to St. Andrew Southeast, St. David, whichever one of the constituencies they have the match in. And then come down, but wait, like I had to do the reverse, man. Because it's Bojeju. It's Bojeju, so I had to start in St. David or St. Andrew.
No, you had to start
Yes, and I had to start on the eastern side and come around to
Well,
the
it
west.
depends on where you want to end up. Yeah.
I want to end up in Beaujeu.
Bushes.
But if I start the other side, that means I have to come down St. David and still pass Shootong, everything, and come back to Beaujeu. Whereas if I start in St. David, I go to McDonald College playing field, it's down the west coast I come in.
Yeah.
So I come down the west coast and then I go.
I end up by the time we reach
Yeah.
down these night times, the game,
Yeah.
dog batty and all kind of thing.
Yeah, so that'll be good. So that's taking place this Saturday, folks. It's going to be the new National Party. Unlike other political organizations, we could have activities through.
Yes.
You could have. In fact, we have our general council coming up as well. You know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the general council will be coming up. Let me get the specific date here.
20.
No, it's changed. It's changed.
Okay, changed.
We have. I'm trying to get the specific date here. Yeah, Sunday the 1st of July. Yeah, so it's going to be on the 1st of July. Right? And I'll give you some more information. So those of you, the different people within the constituencies who are usually delegates and so on, you have to make sure that you're paid up. Make sure that you're paid up to be delegates and so, because your name can't be on the delegate list if you ain't paid up. So you have to pay up your dues.
Yep.
All right, nice. So once you've paid up your dues and everything, and you keep in contact with your constituency office for more information. So that is coming up on Sunday, July the 1st. All right, and we'll be giving you more information as to the location, transportation, all of that. You'll be getting that from your constituencies as well. All right, nice, beautiful. And then also the new National Party. So what? Because the election done, we're not supposed to be having anything. No, we have anything right through. Yeah. So we also have the NNP all-day fete on Carnival Saturday. Yeah, that's going to be taking place at the Mount Helicon. Although a certain fella tried to rename it Dashville. But it'll be taking place at the Mount Helicon. And that will be an all-day fete. Food and drinks from morning to night. From sun up to sun down to sun try to come around. All right? So it's going to be food and drinks. They'll have breakfast, and you go from breakfast into lunch or brunch or whatever you want to call it, going down
appetizer
into
before lunch.
Everything, man. And
low waters and things.
Coming down to dinner, So you name it, they're gonna have it. It's gonna be up at the Mount Helicon. That's on Carnival Saturday. Look out for more information. We'll have various artists will be passing through at different intervals. You have different artists passing through and so on. So you come out from Soca Monarch and you're looking for a place to go, you're heading to Mount Helicon.
By that time, the Soca Monarch man go coming in and do a thing.
So we have the various artists will be passing through. It's going to be a wonderful one. Carnival Saturday, the new National Party. Yeah, they'll be having that activity. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you there, especially those of you out in the diaspora. So you could put that onto your schedule as one of the places that you're going to be when you're back in Grenada during the carnival season. Brenda, if you want to come for, I will make for you. No, somebody trying to call. Let's see you on the phone line.
Hello.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Yeah, Devon.
Yes, boss.
How you doing, man?
Not too bad, you know.
Okay, then, man. I want you to play the tape for me. When Nazimbok was said, who in 2008, any government that win the election will be in they'll be in office for the next 10 years. Nazimbok, you have that tape there?
Well, we're supposed to have it somewhere wrong, but I have to dig up the archives to find that. You know, and so, but I'll see what I can do. Once I find it, I could bring it. Why you want to listen to it?
Listen.
Yeah, we're listening you.
This distant away apparently from.
We're trying to follow you. Hello.
Neil.
Okay. You know what I think happened there? I think what happening there is that a hardcore political discussion is going on.
Yes.
And he's saying that was said, and somebody telling him that it wasn't said.
Yes.
And he wants to get the information to back up his point that he's making.
Exactly.
I could say that it was said, that it was at a women's meeting. They had a meeting of the women of the NDC. It was taking place in St. Patrick, And Nazim Burke, then deputy political leader, said that whoever won the next election, meaning the 2013 election, would be in office for at least 10, 15 years. Yeah, he said that.
Oh, he definitely said it.
And the thing is, I'm talking and search for it, which is kind of difficult. So, yeah,
no,
you
he
understand.
said it.
You go ahead, let me search for it.
He made it clear, right? With all no one, so he said, look, whoever wins the 2013 election would be in office for the next 10 to 15 years, easily. I mean, and that's one of the only thing I've proved him right about. Because he lost the 2013 election, right? So that's the first 5 years going to 2018. And he lost the 2018 election as the political leader, right? So let's see in 2024 who will be political leader. I don't know if you could take that lick still. If you could take that lick still, why?
This election is perhaps potentially one of the most significant elections in the history of the country. Since independence. Yes. I have no funding. I cannot predict. I do not carry a crystal ball. I don't know what God has in store for us. But I think it is reasonable to say that if we were to lose the next election, we are probably not going to be in office for at least another 10 years. Exactly. Or we can say that whoever wins, whichever party wins this election, is probably going to be in office for at least 10 years before the other one comes back. This election, that we know is perhaps potentially one of the most significant elections in the history of the country since independence. Yes. I have no funding. I cannot predict. I do not carry a crystal ball. I don't know what God has in store for us. But I think it is reasonable to say that if we were to lose the next election, we are probably not going to be in office for at least another 10 years. Exactly. Or we can say that whoever wins, whichever party wins this election, is probably going to be in office for at least 10 years before the other one comes back.
You're so right, Nazim Burke. You are right on the ball. I mean, that's one of the most correct statements he have ever made in his political career.
That's one time.
Yeah,
didn't lie.
one time. No, I give him that.
He didn't lie.
He didn't lie at all.
It's one time.
He hit the nail on the head. Boss, I congratulate you for that.
The nail alone, the whole hammer went through.
But you know what? You, sir, remain as political leader of the NDC, will definitely not see political office or being prime minister perhaps for the next 15, 20 years if they decide to keep you there.
Boss, I find you're getting involved in them people internal.
Yeah.
Lead them people alone.
Yeah,
lead them people.
All I know is hard for me to not get involved. Very.
No, I find like what I was hearing in the background to me is like what I was hearing in the background was like they were talking. Not in the clip, but the caller. It realized like it was a discussion going on. So we tried to help him out.
You're trying to help him. I heated one too.
Yeah, it looked like it was a heated discussion. So we had to play it.
So boss,
and that was before the man went to the last election telling people to form in the next government. They went already saying who they was going to put as governor general and who was holding this position and who home and thing they was coming and take and all kind of thing. They've been planning this thing, you know.
Who money they want to take back and all them kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how disgusting.
Who they want to strip naked.
Yeah,
all kind of thing.
You understand?
Yeah.
A lot of them should be paying for the mouth all now, but say what?
Yeah, wait now. That is not mine. Oh, that is he on? That yours? That your own? Right, that's yeah. 44073. I think we have a caller hotline. Let's go to the
Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, we're fine.
Okay, I would like to bring your attention. I don't know. I think maybe the Ministry of Sport. You know, there was a nice court that was built in the front or at one side of the youth center in Grenada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a part. Maybe half of the fencing has caved in. And now I'm seeing also the Monush playing field on the main road itself. The fencing start to break away. I don't know if somebody could go like maintain it and before it completely deteriorates. Instead of you have to spend money all over, you could just protect it from the minor ways.
I'll speak to the Ministry of Youth at the level of the Permanent Secretary and SAO and see, because I did notice the basketball court that was put up by the People's Republic of China. Yeah, they would have done that basketball court project, and I realized that the entire fencing around it on the eastern side was damaged. I don't know if it's been damaged even more than that, so I'm aware of that. And I also realized that only on Sunday when passing by, that some of the fencing that was erected by the Grenada Football Association around the Montrouge playing field, that has been damaged as well. So I am aware of it. I could speak to the minister and see what is the immediate plan for the restoration of those things. But even larger than that, it speaks to an attitude among our people of not caring for things. Yeah, because I could tell you who it is that did the fencing. The fencing for the basketball court down at the youth center and the basketball court itself, all the things that were put in there was done through the People's Republic of China. I remember Madam Wu specifically contacting me in relation to that particular project. Yes, so that was done by them. And then to see that our own Grenadians would have done the damage to the facility.
That is the reason my call is. I would like to see when we get something, we should, not because we get it free, but when we get it, we should maintain it and keep the highest standard is for our
the maintaining. No, I think you're still missing the point totally. The maintenance is one aspect. You could maintain it. The ministry could send a team out and fix it. Today they could send a team out and fix it tomorrow, but it costs taxpayer dollars to have to do that when it's the same taxpayers that are destroying it. I'm saying that the mentality that we just mash up these things and them have to stop. That has to change.
Use the word, but it comes as I don't care.
Yeah, that is the mentality that has to be. The maintenance part is secondary.
It is not nice. It is not nice. It is ours. At the end of the day, it's ours, and we should cherish it and keep it up. It is for all of our own good. It's not just for only one particular people or whatever. It is for our own good. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Right, no problem.
Good.
Right. 44073774 44073777. Yeah. There's some mentalities that we as a people need to get rid of. I saw something today again, and I don't know if it's just that I'm looking at it with different eyes or so. But I was on Lucas Street.
Remember, you have 4 eyes, eh?
Well, yeah, 4. So I was on 6 because I had spiritual eyes as well. So here it is. I was on Lucas Street. Okay, before I go into that, let's take the phone call. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Devon.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah,
go right ahead. Yeah, we're listening. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this is Sheldon Scott program.
Yes, my friend.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah. Did you all get a tape from me, please? I didn't hear it,
We just played.
We played it twice.
Give me a rewind again, please, because the radio went low. So I want to hear the guys and them arguing with me. Hear it, please, sir.
Okay, no
please,
problem.
Sir.
Okay, my friend. Yeah, you know it was a political
argument. No, it's an argument that going down there.
For the benefit of you and the other listeners, boss, we will try to accommodate you. Things like that we need to clear up.
And we are doing, I'm giving a few minutes so that I look at prime and make sure that all are listening. I ain't just playing it one time. Yeah, gain a few minutes. So before I play that, just to say this, folks, I think we need to be a little more careful. We're going to damage the image of Grenada if we continue some of what I'm seeing. I spoke on Monday at length about the garbage that's behind the bus terminal and cruise ship terminal area. I spoke at length about that on Monday. Today, driving along the area of Lucas Street, coming up, same Lucas Street and nearly up to the office here, I realize I'm seeing a lot of styrofoam boxes a lot of plastic bags,
KFC.
a lot the KFC boxes and so.
Yeah, you're right.
And believe me,
Right.
those things in some of the areas, it's not that somebody put it out in the garbage and dogs spread it and so on. Because I'm seeing one or two. If dogs spread something, usually you see a bigger spread of things.
And tear up, yeah.
Yeah, and you see tear up. You're not seeing that, which makes it more likely that these items have been thrown out of vehicles.
Yep.
Or by persons walking and just
drop it on
throwing
the
it at the side of the road. Folks, we have to do better than that. Because if I was a non-Grenadian and I saw that, not knowing my people to be the clean and decent people that they are, I may have picked up the impression of Grenadians and say Grenadians is a don't care kind of people. They're just dirty, they're dirty in the place, they're just throwing things anywhere. Yeah? Seeing plastic bag flying, you're seeing plastic soft drink bottles
So much plastic.
over the place, some of the styrofoam cups, styrofoam soup containers and those kind of things at the side of the road, and it's very unsightly. Yeah? You're drinking spring water and you say, I'm drinking spring water because I want to be healthier and I want to make sure that I have enough water in my system on a daily basis. And then you take the plastic bottle and you throw it. So you're damaging the environment, which will eventually damage you too. So you're still ain't doing anything.
It defeating the purpose, really.
Yeah.
You know, but that's true. Even that right along that Lucas Street, up to yesterday, I go right down.
Yeah,
to
I
St.
noticed it
George's,
it
and
looked bad.
It
looked
has to
bad.
be
It looked bad.
persons, in my view, throwing it out of vehicles or walking and just dropping it there.
I don't believe it's because the thing is, when
you
you look at Lucas
around
Street,
these areas.
you know, I've worked along Lucas Street for many, many years. In fact, over 20 years at various capacities, I've had to be passing along Lucas Street all hours of the day and night, according to what job you're doing and so. And it's not an area I can say that you see the people just throw the garbage and it have a set of dog gone into the garbage and that sort of thing. So I don't think it's that. They have a specific time when the garbage truck pass, people put out the garbage and they deal with that. So this is more likely people throwing things out.
Yeah.
And the people who are doing it, we're calling on you to have a conscience and not do it. Secondly, there's another one that's playing out. Are some of you that stop at points like in White Gun and throw over the dead animals and all these kind of things over the cliff?
I smell it this morning coming
Yeah.
down, walking down. You're right.
Yeah, because they're constantly doing that. Your animal dead, you're instead of, come on man, bury
Dig
the
a
thing
hole and
behind,
bury
dig a hole and bury it. When I was living in Springs and one of my animals died, me and putting out in the garbage and think, I go and I dig a hole, you know how much animals it have buried back there. You dig a hole and you go and you bury it, whether it's a dog, whether it's a whatever, you go and you bury it in the back there.
And that's nutrients for the soil too.
Yeah, so you do that. I don't know where we get to the point where people coming now and when an animal or something dead, you wrap it up in a piece of cloth or something and you throw it over a cliff.
Or
That
in
had
the
to stop.
Or in the river.
We had to stop that.
Yeah, we have to.
Come on. Nobody ain't supposed to have to tell us that. That's why I keep talking about the massa mentality some of us have. Nobody ain't had to tell us that. We know that. We know not to do that. Some people, not only the dead dogs, some people, that's how they get rid of the garbage.
Yep. Early morning, just
So,
fling it over.
They realize that the garbage truck not passing at a particular hour and they're leaving home and they have the garbage. So they take the garbage and when they reach that cliff by White Gun, brother man, I wouldn't like to see you at the bottom there, you know.
But not just that, you have
Serious,
you have people living at the bottom there.
I didn't even know you have people living at the bottom there.
That's down there is Drumby, you know. So
Well,
imagine.
All I know is that they keep flinging things off of there.
Man, that is a dangerous
And that's
thing,
one
dangerous
one of several areas that some
yes.
people are doing it, eh?
over the granite tank. Same
But you know the
thing.
good thing now? A lot of people who are driving have cameras on their car.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for some of the video footage that like what was captured in Woodlands area of the vehicle with the vehicle number exposed, stopping to throw garbage out in the middle of the road. Just throw it out at the side of the road there in an area that was nicely landscaped and so recently. Yeah, throw it out there. I'm just waiting for some of the footage to capture one of them in White Gun doing it. Some of them doing it late in the night, 11, 12 in the night, 1, 2 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, they pass it and just trotting over the side there.
It's disgusting, man.
Come on, we have to do better than that. Gone are the days, it seems, when we had pride in how in front by us look and how in our entire community look. Because I know Grenadians as people that make sure, boy, I see, I had a nephew cutting lawn, and he would cut the lawn with a cutlass and a piece of stick. And when he finished that, you swear, is a lawnmower he used. Yeah? Because, them days you can't afford them kind of thing, but you want your area to look proper. You want in front by you to look clean and neat and tidy. But it seems like some people past that stage, they don't care.
Don't care mentality. And then what do you expect the younger ones, the example the younger ones will follow? They're looking at you doing that and they're thinking to themselves, well, okay, that's okay to just fling out, garbage out of the vehicle moving, or a bus or car, whatever, or just, dispose of your garbage any way. It's not cute. It's not good. I mean,
we are people, come on, Grenadians, we are people with pride in our community and pride of how our community looks. You could go by, sometimes some of the houses could be a Janet house. In other words, it's a house from since back in the 1950s. Could be a Janet house somebody have there. But they have the nice little garden plant up in front of it. And them elderly people, they must have the little garden with the seasoning.
Yeah.
So when they're cooking, they send you to say, go and get that, go and get that, go and get that. Go and cut a piece of that, go and cut a piece of that. And they have that. 3 set of things they had. Plants for ornamental, plants for seasoning, and plants for medication. So for the time somebody have a fever, you see Granny run outside and she break a piece of that and she break a piece of this and she run inside and she throw on that on a fire and she start to boil. And you start to cringe because you know you're going to get a bit of something in your tail. So no, but that is how it is. We usually had these 3 things, ornamental things, just because they like plants, they have a nice plant in front. A line earlier, or tell me if I line. The ornamental, you have the ones for seasoning where you go in and cook and so you have your save and thyme and them kind of thing there, your Spanish thyme, them thing, you have that. And they have the medication. They always have that plant around. And you weed it and you make sure that around your place look nice. But to be looking around now and seeing, and the thing is you can't blame some people because some people it's not them that dirty, it's the others that dirty and it blowing across by them because it's a bit windy. So you see in the box, and you see in the plastic in front by one person and you're thinking it's them, but it's not them, It's actually a neighbor that the garbage come from. I was in New York City once. The first time I went to New York City. And the individual I was staying with, morning Heather, the individual I was staying with, they had that problem. They got a ticket. But they got a ticket not because of garbage that they put outside. Is they had a neighbor, and the neighbor had a set of garbage. The garbage blow, the wind blow it, winter time, blow the cardboard and everything. It end up in front of her place. She got the ticket. You understand? So we have to be careful. All right? We have to be careful, folks. We have to be careful.
As to our disposal methods of garbage. And I was just saying, when you throw garbage from on top of a white gun, it's ending up in a village down below they call Jumbi. Right? And it's a populated village right now. I mean, a little thing right there. So when you stay on top and you heave down the dead dogs, and so it's not bush that you send it down for, it's person's yard, and so you sending this thing down on. So we got to be careful, right?
Yeah, it's very unfair.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that anyways.
Also, I've been looking at a photo a friend of mine shared online, and it's hurtful. And Devon, let me make sure you see the photo I'm talking about when I'm talking about here. This is the carnage.
Oh, yeah.
This is the carnage.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's unfair.
That's right to the corner.
Mister, you think you could get that one? You see that one in your timeline at all? So I have to send it over to you for you to be able to get.
Yeah.
Huh? You send it over for you? Okay, I'll send it over for you. Let me just think it there.
That's down to the southern end of the
I think it's
carnage,
it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate that we have those kind of situations taking place. Very, very unfortunate.
As you talk about the carnage, Sheldon, I have a concern. I've been having that concern over perhaps a year or two now.
One second. It's on your WhatsApp, sir.
The whole question of the boats. There's a number of boats that usually dock right
along the carnage.
Along the carnage, they're fishing boats and so. Right? Now, for whatever reason they have them there, fine. But you know what? Guys, you got to do better than that in terms of the disposal of your garbage. Because I've seen it with my eyes. Some of you sit on your boat and just throw over cups and styrofoam bottles and so into the sea.
You're lucky is that, you see. You should see what I see at time.
Well, I mean, come on. It's not good. And then after when you leave and you go, the dirt and the filth remain there, and the carnage and the people around the carnage gets the bad name. Come on, we need to do better than that.
But here's the thing, it's disheartening, and I don't want to blame the guys who are on the boats alone.
No, it's not them alone.
The thing is that I think all users, not just of the carnage, but of the streets around the carnage, because you are a tongue man, so you know, when rain falls heavily, all the same styrofoam and thing that are talking about on Lucas Street is the carnage you go in,
right in the carnage, through all
by the time you pass through all them alley and them,
if
and
you hit them
drain.
If you need time block up those drains and the water come up on the street, because that caused most of the flooding in the town.
Right. So by the time you have that heavy rain, all from Hospital Hill, we could call Hospital Hill, or up by down. PBC. Yeah. Some people think Hospital Hill is over. No, Hospital Hill is actually over by PBC. Officially. So from there, he would know. He's a military man, so he had like maps everywhere in town, and Devon would know every passageway in town as well. So we're telling you everything from on that side, PBC side, go right down. All those things that you pitch out and you throw out is down to the carnage you go in.
Carnage is going.
Yeah, it's down to the carnage. You wash, you get into the drains, and that channels everything down there. So we might be watching it and saying the guys on the boats, but it's not the guys on the boats alone. They have their little part that they may be playing towards it too. But by and large, all of us, and I say us even though I don't do it, but all of us who throw out the little, even if it's a sweetie paper, it ends up in the carnage. So now you end up with this situation where you're seeing what I'm seeing there. Let me see, I could make out some things that I'm seeing there. One is a LLB can. There's a LLB can here. Styrofoam container, styrofoam small lunch.
From Punch, I could see a Punch container.
You seen a Punch container. There's them soup bowl, them styrofoam soup bowls. Yes, there's a KFC bucket.
A chicken box, dog.
KFC bucket. A bucket. A KFC bucket.
So you see?
Styrofoam cups. Hey, that looks like what do you call that thing again, boy? Not a Monster. The Red Bull can.
Yeah, the Red Bull,
Okay. Red Bull can. Yeah, some Coca-Cola bottles there. I mean, this is the kind of thing
and you see
that is happening. We need to stop that. We can't.
And that's right.
This
in
is
front
us.
Of a business place, you know?
What are we going to say? Government? We will blame government for this. You know, one of the worst ones for me. That is one that I think we have to find a solution to. After Carnival finish, to watch that carnage. Man.
Look at a better blow up of the
you're seeing.
Look at the thing, man.
That's on the carnage, and look where it's next to a restaurant.
Next to a restaurant.
And I am absolutely 6 million % sure the restaurants there had absolutely nothing to do with that. So imagine now a tourist comes to our country and they decide, whoa, the carnage is so beautiful. I'm going to relax on the carnage and have some lunch.
Nice lunch.
And when they go there to have some lunch, they're looking out at the sea only to see this.
BB, good morning to you, sir.
Yeah.
And how are you doing?
That's the impression that we're giving people. That's what we are giving the outside world of us. That's the impression that we're giving the outside world of us. Yeah? So we need to do much better than that. We need to do much better than that. All right? Yeah. You know what? And I think I want to show some people what was behind the terminal. Let me send it over to the you can't get it? No, you don't have what I'm saying. Let me show some people what it is that was behind the thing there. I just send what I want you to show behind there. Nice.
Also, don't forget to play that thing for the guy. He's listening patiently.
Oh, boss, I never forget you there, you know.
The Nazim box.
Boss, let me play a thing now. We will come back to that. Let me play a thing then over here. Boss, I don't forget you already, you know. Yeah, let's play. Let's play.
This election is perhaps potentially one of the most significant elections in the history of the country. since election, since independence. Yes. I am no pundit. I cannot predict. I do not carry a crystal ball. I don't know what God has in store for us. But I think it is reasonable to say that if we were to lose the next election, we are probably not going to be in office for at least another 10 years. Exactly. Or we can say that whoever wins, whichever party wins this election, is probably going to be in office for at least 10 years before the other one comes back. This election, as we know, is perhaps potentially one of the most significant elections in the history of the country since election, since independence. Yes. I am no pundit. I cannot predict. I do not carry a crystal ball. I don't know what God has in store for us. But I think it is reasonable to say that if we were to lose the next election, we are probably not going to be in office for at least another 10 years. Exactly. Or we can say that whoever wins, whichever party wins this election, is probably going to be in office for at least 10 years before the other one comes back.
Yeah, so it's not we say, it's he say, so don't blame us. So fellas, the guy win the argument.
Yeah, he win the argument. All the pass the Heineken and the Stag and thing.
Whatever all the other pay him, he win.
Just pay the man, the man win.
Benji, you have it? You ready for that? Yeah, show people what just a little short snippet of what was behind the terminal there. Show them
the bus terminus in St. George.
Bus terminus in St. George.
Yes.
Yeah, show them a little bit about what was behind there. Those rocks behind those places, yeah. Yeah, take a little look at what was behind there, folks. Yeah, there's the kind of thing that, you know, they had to go and deal with behind there. You understand?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's just a...
Oh my
God.
God.
Bit what was behind. That's just a little bit, you know. Yeah, imagine that multiplied by about 500. Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. That's some of what was behind there.
Yeah.
Roll that beautiful bean footage again.
Yes.
Show them.
Wonderful footage.
Yeah, show them again, man.
Of our beautiful, the outer skirt of our beautiful bus terminus.
Yeah, show them.
The way in which we keep the surroundings, right, of one of the major hub port in our country, the bus terminus in St. George. Look at it. That's a good photo, eh? It looks good, eh?
Good video, man.
It looks good. Wonderful video.
Yeah, that's just a bit of what was
guys and girls, all of us, we should be so ashamed.
No, right? I'm saying this because we're only doing this not because we're trying to cuss any group of people or any kind of thing like this. We want you to know the reality of our situation and you realize something, eh? Two things keep showing up in all of these things. Styrofoam and plastic. Styrofoam and plastic keep showing up in all these things, especially the single use. And when we say single use, we mean things that cannot be reused and reused and reused and reused, like straws.
Yeah.
Nobody use a straw and then wipe it off, put it away and say going and use your straw again later down the road. Yeah? And you're seeing some photos there of the new National Party team doing that cleanup on Sunday. So nobody uses the straws and thing and then decide that you're going to wash your straw out and use it again. Or your styrofoam cup. Yeah, people don't use it and then wash out your styrofoam cup and say, well, I'll go use that later. They throw it away. Yeah, some of them crunch it and they throw it away, or some just take it and they toss it away. And then they have the plastic covers. You don't reuse the plastic covers. You don't reuse the straws. You don't reuse the cups. You don't reuse the plastic. So some people reuse the plastic spoon and fork. Yeah, some people just keep it around.
Carefully keep it around and you just wash it.
Yeah, some people just keep the plastic spoon and fork around. But still, they are generally considered one use. Yeah? So government is in the process now of legislating against these items. Yeah? Seriously, no, if we had to go that direction, that's the direction we had to go.
And watch,
plastic bags as well. Plastic bags, the plastic bags that, like, for instance, those little plastic bags they put in juice in right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, but more than likely we had to get rid of those.
And look, to you busmen, right, and persons who use the terminus almost every day, we're not casting stones at you or saying it is only you, but we draw this attention to the general public, sensitize us as to what damage and danger that we are, that we are creating. You see, it's our hands that is doing it. When we eat and we drink and we just discard and dispose of our garbage like that. I mean, imagine you coming on a cruise ship, or let's say the Osprey, and you take a look, you drive close to the bus terminus and so with the boat, and you take a look and you think if it's a good sight. Is that the first thing you expect the visiting tourists to see as they enter our port?
Yes,
no.
Senator Cox look nice.
Yes, Senator Cox. You understand? So you see, we need to do better than that, people.
And the thing is, we have to combat this thing. As I said, growing up, I never knew we used plastic bags.
Nope.
I know when you went to buy groceries, and I'm not saying that we have to go back to the 1980s and the 1970s and so on, how we do things. Yeah, but in some instances, believe me, we have to. In some instances, with some things, we have to. Because definitely, we cannot continue along the road that we are traveling because it is damaging our environment. And these are just examples in St. George. I imagine that they are in St. Patrick and St. Andrew and all over as well. So I know that there are other examples, but these are just examples that I personally have seen and so on.
You know?
Now, government is in the process now of legislating against single-use plastics and styrofoam. So you could get the food box, but made out of paper, recycled paper. And then when you finish use it and you throw that, it can be sorted so that from now on you start to sort. You start to say, okay, we're putting paper in this garbage, that in that garbage, so that can then be sent out to a recycling plant and recycled. You can't do that with the styrofoam. Yeah, you can't do that with the styrofoam. So you may find more and more, you'll end up with a situation that we're only able to use the food boxes made out of cardboard. Yeah, rather than those that are made out of styrofoam. We're going to phase that out. We need to get rid of it.
Yeah, we need to.
We're seeing it all over us. We need to get rid of it now. And believe me, 20 years, 30 years from now, we can still see some of them popping up because of where they're hidden it all in between, all kind of bush and all kind of thing, they'll pop up.
Yeah.
But we eventually will get rid of them.
You know, and look, and that bus terminus, Sheldon, in my view, has, I believe, the most garbage cans I've seen in one location.
No, but in some of the pictures there, if you look carefully, according to one or two of the pictures, you actually see the garbage cans.
Yeah, right there. And look, I mean, it is not good. And we appeal to all of us as citizens, as patriotic citizens of this country, all of us who use our roadways and so the bus terminuses, wherever you are, we are begging you to dispose your garbage the right way.
Let me also make this clear, because some people may say, oh, government is moving high-handed and just ban the plastic, ban this, ban that, ban the other. No, it's not just like that. Now, what and Minister Steele was clear on that in the press conference yesterday as well. They are going to hold meetings with the importers, the people who import the plastic bags and import these different things. And for instance, the companies. Now, Foodland does a good thing. And when people do good, commend them. What Foodland says is that they give you the bags and they ask you to reuse the Foodland bags. Food Fair. Yeah. But Foodland does that as well. It's Food Fair. Yeah, Food Fair is the one that does it. Well, whoever. Yeah. Well, if it's Food Fair,
the commercial.
We given who are to get it. The Food Fair.
I know for Food Fair for sure.
They tell you bring back the bags and reuse the bags.
And they pay 5 cents for every bag.
Right. So Food Fair that does that.
Yeah, Food Fair for sure.
I'm thinking it's Foodland. Foodland again, all the praise a little deserve.
Food Fair.
So all you have to start doing it too now, you know. But yeah, so Food Fair. So and again, when you look at Food Fair is right on the carnage too.
Right on the carnage.
So they're seeing the effects on the environment when these kind of things happening. Yeah. So it's good to see that they are playing a positive role in trying to help the environment.
They are the leaders in that. Yeah. I can give them that kudos. They have been doing that for more than a year or two now.
Yeah, so definitely you will have the Ministry of the Environment and so on. Folks, you all could have told that we're taking this environment thing very seriously. when you had the creation of a ministry to deal with the environment and climate change. Yeah? So you're going to have that situation now where they're going to be speaking with the importers, because there are people who actually have a business bringing in plastic bags and these kind of things. But yes, it's bringing it in, but it's damaging our environment.
We even have a factory here that produces it.
Yeah, and it's damaging. So we have to address that situation. These single use cannot continue. If the things cannot be reused, then we have to refuse. Yeah? So we're heading into that direction. The straws and these kind of things, believe me, we're going to come to the point where you cannot have these straws and so brought into the country. They just cannot continue. I've seen a video. If I had that video, I'd throw it up, but some of you all may have cried, with a turtle that they found the straw in the nostrils of the turtle. They caught the turtle and they had to use their pliers now to pull the straw out from the turtle's nostril. It was embedded, the whole thing was embedded deep down, and they had to pull it out and so on. And this is the kind of thing, because turtles, when they see plastics, like plastic bags, and they see these straws and so on in the ocean, to them it looks like jellyfish, which is one of the main things that they eat. So they try to eat the plastic and it kills them. And
there are some other fishes within the sea also too that are very attracted to the plastic, thinking it's some type of food and so on, and they get caught up on it. I mean, we need to do much better. It's only for our benefit, right? And then again, to top it up and to twin it, we are in the hurricane season, right? And no better way for us to continue that campaign to keep our surroundings clean for two reasons: the litter, and secondly for our health, the mosquito, the dengues, and so the rodents, right? The mongoose. People, we need to pay attention of what we do every day. Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, we're hearing you. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I hardly hearing you all, man. But Sheldon, how long the litter pass on the island?
We've always had litter laws. We have updated them last year. Last year or year before?
A long time ago. And up to today, nothing has been done. I'm a busman. I see what goes on. Up to a couple of days ago, a guy was there eating, and I said, look, the people just clean up there. Why litter there? He said, why not? Let it get the prisoners to clean it. Now, I would like to see the prisoners work, yes, but go in the estate that been devastated by the hurricane, cut all the bushes down and plant whatever. But we can get on so ignorant. We do things, the place is clean, you dirty in it. There is a lot of garbage pan all over the place. And I think it's time something being done. I'm a busman, as I said, and I want to see the terminals keep clean. Thank you.
All right, my brother.
My friend. No?
And the thing is, if you see the distance between the dustbins and where they're doing this.
About 3 feet?
No, not 3 feet. It's a lot more than that. It's about a little 30 feet, 40 feet. No, it's right there. Yeah, I say it is. And no, but here's the thing. Where you're going and eat is away from your bus. When you finish eat, you're heading to your bus. The garbage bin is close to where your bus is. But they're leaving the garbage there and go to them.
And you can't tell some of them that they're cussing you,
Yeah, but a bad I get between Monday and now. The amount of bad I get between Monday and now, it ain't funny.
But enforcement.
No, but I had to call it out. I said some people wouldn't like what I say, but I had to call it out for what it is.
What? You see?
I had to call it out.
Continued education, right, when it comes to disposal and the solid waste division and Ministry of Health.
We want no, Naz, pull that back. Pull that back. We want to see that one again. I want to roll that footage again. At the vehicle with the person throwing out the garbage there. Yeah, and the Royal Grenada Police Force, I see nothing from all you about that one. Do something. Yeah, put that one up again. Let's see that one with the the vehicle would just stop. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. You see,
Oh.
that's the kind of thing that going on. You understand? Some people just find that's a nice thing to do.
And that's the way. What crossroad is that, right? Oh,
That's right in Woodlands.
in Woodlands, right there.
Right, right in Woodlands, man.
That vehicle coming from the
Grenada
side,
area, yeah.
coming towards the factory.
Yeah, come on.
Can you make a left?
It's going towards Springs. That's going towards
going
Springs.
towards the factory, the same factory.
Which factory?
The cane factory.
No, it's coming from the cane factory. It's going towards Springs. Man, you ain't know them area there. That is my area.
Oh no,
Cool
that's
it.
the top roundabout. I was thinking about the roundabout closer.
What's the matter with this guy? This
closer
is my
to
area.
To bottom whole man. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
Show it again.
Yeah.
Show it again.
And you know where that garbage is being thrown?
Because so is the Calivini. That's the Springs.
And they're throwing it right down in the bottom where a couple of years ago they was trying to sort of beautify that area there.
Yeah, so you know if they go down there now and they
the
find
amount of garbage and so.
Yeah.
I think, but now I find that vehicle look like yours, you know, that black vehicle.
Nah, that's not Nazim one. That's not Nazim vehicle. That's not Naz. Oh gosh, it's not Naz. Nothing.
I find you look like a black one.
Sometimes I just get a lift with Naz, and nothing does get a man more upset than to see that.
Yeah, boy.
Nothing does get Nazim. Our Nazim. When we say Nazim, we talking about we Nazim now. Not the next one who say for 10 years for them to get into.
You know, and you have some people when you enter the vehicle, and you may think sometimes, oh, that person nasty. But you know what? They keep most of their garbage, what they eat and so, in their vehicles, either in a bag or something, so they could dispose of it. Right? Instead of throwing it out the window. And so, I mean, come on.
Let's take this phone call.
Good morning and welcome. Oh, that
change your mind? No probs. Yeah, 4407377. Hey, so folks, remember this Saturday, it's going to be cricket, lovely cricket, MacDonald College grounds. That's going to be between let me get it, the two teams there, St. Patrick West and St. John. They're going to be there from 2 p.m. St. Andrew Southeast and St. David, we don't have the location yet, but it's 2 p.m. And St. George Northwest against South St. George under the lights. Yeah, so right now it's nighttime cricket in Beaujeu. That's going to be taking place on Saturday as well. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to call back here, but
30 seconds.
Right, who normally have home bins, you know, like at the end of the year, many of us do get barrels from overseas. So I think everybody could ask for one plastic barrel, which could last you almost 3 to 4 years. You could dump all your garbage in it instead of putting it in a bag, in bags, and leave it on the roadside, and the dog can deal with it. In the area which I live, majority of my neighbors around has that same system. So I don't know if others can do that. I mean, what's the big deal of getting a plastic, a plastic barrel?
My brother, I don't even think that's the issue. The issue is the attitude of some people to throw their garbage any and anywhere. That's the issue. That is not the issue.
Not even some people leave it, like the garbage truck is coming this morning, but they will leave the plastic bag on the side of the road. Yeah,
I
and
can
the dogs
understand.
come and deal with them.
I can understand in that context, but I'm saying that is not the main issue. The main issue is that there needs to be a mindset change in the people that are littering. There needs to be a mindset change. That's what we have to get at. All right? Okay. Yeah. That's the main one. The thing about putting out the garbage, as I said, for instance, in the Frequente area, Grandans, every area in the south high population areas, I believe that the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority needs to look at daily pickup. It cannot be 3 days a week and that sort of thing. It has to be daily pickup. Too much, there's a high volume of people living there. You can't have things passing 3 times a week. Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Yes, I agree with Sheldon that needs to be a mindset. But I think, as you also indicating, example is a great teacher too. And I think, just as how the vehicles, you have vehicles who have camera, entity as the bus terminal ought to be able to put in a camera system that would secure or give them an idea of who is carrying out that level of littering. and you deal with them. There is the police station right there. You penalize them accordingly. I think it's an excellent area for a camera system to work because it has direct impact on the visibility of or the impression people will have of our country. It's of vital importance, and therefore, I think it there ought to be a joint operation by that service as well as the Port Authority in terms of regulating that indiscriminate and disrespectful behavior by those busmen. I mean, they're out of order.
Some busmen. Let's not paint them with too much.
Let me say some busmen because you have one calling in and tell you he himself advising his fellow colleague how to behave and listen to the response. You understand? But the point I'm making here, I see no reason why that kind of behavior is allowed to continue in the way it is happening. When there is, I think they have the financial resources, they institute the technical means to capture persons who carry out such actions. What's the problem?
Well,
what's the problem?
We need to continue to advocate that. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Because I mean, it's a problem that we need to tackle in different ways. First and foremost, education and so on. As Sheldon said, our mindset. We must know, and we know what is right and what is wrong. Right?
And something seems to have happened to us as a people. That's the thing, Devon. I think something seems to have happened to us as a people. We wasn't so. It's not so we was. Maybe that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is the consumerism aspect of it, that we have things that are easily discarded right now. I mean, back when I was small, single-use plastic was probably down to soccer bag and what do you call it? Pennacool? That was single-use.
Bread never used to come in plastics anyway.
When you get some damsel stew, they used to take it in a little piece of paper and they wax paper, they shape it into a conical shape, and they put a damsel stew down inside that, and that's where you get it. Well, I mean, growing up in Trinidad as a child, a lot of what we got, like you're going and get anchoa, you're going and get this and that, is always in a piece of paper, not plastic, paper that they wrap it and they give you that, and that's what you eat it in. But nowadays everything coming in a plastic bag, and it's sealed, and you get a plastic bag, and it's sealed, and you get a plastic bag. So unless the plastic is biodegradable, the thing is biodegradable, I say ban it. Only if it's biodegradable, we could leave it. Other than that, ban it. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, morning.
Good morning, Mr. Scott and Mr. Romain.
Good morning, ma'am.
I want to say good morning to everybody that is listening. I'm listening to y'all concerning the littering act and the littering in the town and littering around your home in the bus terminal. Mr. Scott, everybody that's here that buy lunch, that go buy dinners, that go buy handle, who buy from the cylinder, and who buy from the other lady and the deep country kitchen, they come and eat here. These are big people, you know. These are mature people, big men, married men, big men and women. And let me tell you something. When you don't eat, there is been right over. You put it in the middle. They eat right here and they leave it there. I want to know in your house when you get home if you're going to do the same thing. This thing is just bad minded and spiteful. They know better, Mr. Scott. You could preach all the preaching you want, you and Devon, and educating them and educating Grenadians about littering, and they continue doing it. All you have to do, when you hold somebody that is littering, you make them pay big money on the spot, $1,000 on the spot, and you will see how much of them they're going to litter. on the spot, or they go in jail for 2 months. Because you could preach all what you're preaching, they're going to still do it. So when you put a hard penalty on these people, they're going to stop it and leave it in the stone and leave it in front here. You have to penalize them hard. You have to spend the money. The camera is a good thing, a good idea. So you could hold them. I saw the police coming every morning and pick up them bus conductor and them bus men who hold the court. That's what you have to do with them. Because it's a shame. It's a big shame. I've been on that for years and understand how so. Every night we talk about that and they continue doing it. You understand? That's what you have to do. Let them pay our money. Let the government put a big money on them. $1,000 for returning. $1,000 on the spot. And they go stop litter. They're going to stop litter in that bus terminal. You have been, and they have people to clean it, and they eat, and they drink, and they use on the ground. And they give them right in front of them. So help my God. I land it. Have a good day.
All right, but yeah. And Cammie's right there, so she's seeing what's taking place. She's seeing what is taking place. I'm trying to find the act because I'm trying to find out the penalties. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. The penalties. Yeah, I'm trying to find the act to see what the penalties are in relation to this particular one. I won't get in a while. I won't get in a while for you all, but in the interim, 440-7377, that's 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101.
And we have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, Devon.
Yes, boss.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Scott, how things?
Quite fine, sir.
Yeah, I think a thing there. Yeah, that I know a guy was throwing a bottle in a train at time. I said, my big man, you doing that? He said, so you don't want them to salute people to get work to do what? That was the response to me.
We had to change that mentality, man.
Yeah, he said if you don't want him to get work to do, so the best highlight for election gone there. I have a sister, one of my sisters, she about 3.5 years, she upset with the government because the guy and the guy are working in the office there, so she get vexed. And I say, what are they? I say, I don't vote again, I vote them out, this and that. You know, just when the campaign started, who first person I see the handband and I saw the handband, I had to laugh. So that's why we mustn't upset when some people get vexed with the government. Because I say, why? I say, what? You say, by what? I can't vote for nobody else. If I don't vote for anybody, I don't vote for nobody else. I say, I'm all time to say it now, man. What do you think starting? It's take me, man. So I've got take care, man.
You guys sit down. You guys sit down.
Why should anybody be upset with a person for the political view that they've held?
Choices, yeah.
You never will hear me cuss a NDCite for being a NDCite. You'll hear me cuss somebody for trying to embarrass my intelligence by trying to get me to believe something that's not true or not sensible. But me ain't cussing anybody for what? If you wanna be a NDC member, be a member of the NDC. If you want to be a member of the NNP, be a member of the NNP. You want to be a member of no political party, be a member of no political party. You could be a member of the NDC and still vote for the NNP. Many people did it this election gone. They're part of the NDC, but they vote for the NNP because they realize now that this is a party that knows how to turn the economy around into a positive direction so that each and every person could have a little benefit coming.
Yep.
Indeed. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside.
347-329-3101.
Yes, I think someone is on the line again. Let's go back to the phone.
Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning, Devon.
Good morning, my friend.
And Sheldon, good morning. Good morning. Michelle Man here.
How you do, sir?
Yeah. Let me give an example what happened to me. At time I was going up and one of the bus talking on one of the bus. Someone gave me something to throw the bus. Well, I don't believe in throwing nothing out of any vehicle at all. But I said to myself, when I see a pin, because normally when I see a pin, I just throw it, let it fall, average it, and inside of the bin. To my surprise, that evening, how I send the thing out, it fall in front of the bin. And a guy was working solid with like he's a sanitary inspector. He knocked the bus, stopped the bus, and allowed me to go and pick it up and put it in the bin. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not too surprised. He's my good friend, and he is a Seventh-day Adventist. So he tell me I should know better than that. The point what I'm trying to make is not to throw things out of the bus while moving. Yesterday, someone gave me something to throw out of the bus right in perseverance. Right in perseverance. So I tell him, why you want me to throw it out of the bus? I said, that's a ticket stop. That's a charge. He said, so here's the right place to throw it. Why can't you throw it? I said, no, it's not looking good. The place don't nasty. Why try to make it worse? So what I'm trying to say, it is not good. And I don't see people in the back. I just be on the terminal, in the back of the terminal, and I just see plenty of them boys, how they eat their food, they drink their juice, they eat what they have to eat, all the Kentucky box and everything. Right behind the spoon. They throw their stuff. And even though you talk to them about it, it's just costly, because it costs it. So sometimes you just cannot say anything more than I will support Miss Cammy and say, put a camera there and let them charge them. Charge them. Even though it might not be $1,000, but charge them. Because it's not looking good.
Well, I'm going to tell you how much it is.
Some of them guys, I don't know what they're doing. They're going and they're urinating right on the stone behind there, especially when tourist season open. Right on the, sometimes you don't know if a tourist visitor just stay on the boat and they zoom in them, peeing in right on the stone hole there. So all these things we as local people, as Grenadians, have to take into consideration and do what is best for our country and what is best for our community. Because when we go in America and in England, we cannot do that. We are abiding with the laws of the citizens of England. Thank you very much. Have a pleasure.
All right.
Have a wonderful
And
day,
let me
my
make
friend.
it clear. It's not just the busmen, because some of you who working in the town of St. George or passing through the town, you utilize the stones to the back of where Andal have a place there. You go and you're relaxing on the stones in the back there to get a nice cool, because even if the sun hot, because of the sea breeze, it does be cool when you sit down in the back there and so. So you're going there and you doing the same thing, throwing all kind of thing in between there. Because it wasn't only behind the bus terminal, it was behind that area as well. So rank and file, you, the general public, doing the same thing too. Let's take this call.
Good morning and welcome. Hello. Good morning.
Morning, brother, sir. Brother Devon, how are you going?
Not too bad, my friend.
Everything is everything?
Well, yeah, long time I hear your voice.
No, most of the time I listen because I just want to listen to know if somebody go come up with the very same idea coming up with. And when I hear Doc say the camera, I was waiting whole morning since I did Sheldon bring on the topic, and I was listening to if anybody will come up with a camera. You see, here in Tobago, we have camera. Even the police staying inside the station. Most of the time, you don't see no police, but the police is watching all the streets and them. Because I just be in the police station and I see the screen. So if they have people, that could be a form of employment. You could have people manning that camera because you know that camera making money to sustain the people who walk in behind the camera. So, and you're watching the whole span of that area because your camera could zoom you real fast. Because I just stay in Tobago here and watch my village. And people just wonder how I know. When I call them and tell them something happening, they don't say no. So they'll say, who you getting them information? I watch in my village right on top of my bed right here. My village in Moban. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Yep. So the camera could zoom right down all past and I'll go down. Zoom right up. Because I just like me the bus when I come in Grenada. And someone come up there and I might just tell them about it, but to me like they don't have no sense. Like they're throwing the garbage on the bed. Some of them like they're throwing it right in front on the floor. I don't know. But that camera thing is very important. And that could create employment. Yep. You could have 10 people manning that camera at least for the 5 days of the week. If you understand, morning, you have a different one. And you could make money off of that. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So I feel like the best thing to go. So then when you have the camera and you have the picture, they can't say you didn't see them. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? And that's evidence.
Definitely.
So that's all I have to say. I just be listening most of the time. I don't want to call because sometimes I just try to listen to hear what people, the comments people just make. So I just more try to listen. Every day I listen. Every day I listen to the program. That program doesn't exist.
All right, my friend.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Right. I was by Martin the other day, man.
Okay. Yes. It's a long time I call him, because I tell him in grade, I find it's time for people to get modernized. Everybody should have WhatsApp on it, because WhatsApp is the thing now. I just had to put credit on my phone. Most time I call because I use my phone to call.
That WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, my friend.
Yeah, so we're going to link up.
All right, take care. Yeah. Hey, Den, Sonia, say hello, man. Yeah, you know who that is.
I know some kind of talk going on between them there.
Yeah,
taking part in that. But hey, let me say good morning to you, Helen Marie. Hope that you're having a wonderful day. Remember, Elementra.
Elementra.
And plus, Candyland for the children. She had the children's band as well. Candyland. You better go and register before registration.
Isaiah, but we going Candyland, but
no, serious, because
Candyland.
It has reached a stage where you just can't take any money. I've seen situations in years where parents came and they came too late to register their children, and there's nothing that could have been done. It was just too late. So, folks, if you got to register your children, check Helen Marie. What's the number? 533-3351. Right? Give Helen a call. 533-3351. That's an easy number to remember. 533-3351. Give Helen a call. Also for her adult band, Elementra. Yeah. So you have watch.
Elementra.
I might try to get some of the pictures and show it off.
Some good, you know. Yeah, we need some photos of some of the costumes and that kind of thing. Helen, girl, we know you're doing thing.
Yeah.
You're doing thing. And we there with you.
Right, indeed. Folks, 440-7377. That's 440-7377. Yeah. Now, I could tell you this, though. I could tell you this. Action will be taken on the bus terminal. Let me promise you that. Action will be taken in relation to that littering issue. Not only on the terminal, you know, around the town of St. George and pretty soon in other areas, but mainly around the town of St. George, and in specific with that littering issue behind the terminal there, action sooner than you think will be taken.
And you know what was
just know that happening.
You know what's disgusting about this whole thing around the bus terminals right there? Besides the garbage, the caller just mentioned the urinating, and there are times I pass behind there and go, you know, and
let me leave that one alone, because I want to talk about that on radio, because
it's
as I said on Monday, I just ain't want to talk about some of what was found behind urinating. Nice joke compared to what we find. Anyhow, I ain't going into it. I ain't going into what was from Devon. Watch it, man. You had to be there to see it, believe me. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Are you on the radio station?
Yes,
You're live.
Huh?
Yes, you are. You're live.
I live?
Yes, you're live. Go right ahead, caller. You're live.
Yeah, I need the police to get the camera and shoot. Everybody talk about the camera for the bus terminal. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, my dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the whole idea of the camera being placed there, and you know what, as somebody say, and I have a big screen right there. When the camera pick them up, just put them on the big screen, let everybody see them. Put them right on the big screen and say, what somebody showing camera, and the police pick them up on. No, we need to start somewhere. The screen is right there, everybody can see it.
You're haunted, boy.
No, we need to start somewhere. There are some persons who are doing this thing indiscriminately, and you can't talk to them. They want to fight with you, they want to cuss you, and everything like that.
I keep saying Grenadians were not so.
No.
Something went wrong some way.
Some of us.
We were not so. Something went wrong somewhere. Yeah, we weren't that kind of people. We wouldn't leave, even if it's not we that put it there. We see some stuff in front of we place. We are leaving it. We clean that.
No, we cleaning
we'll quarrel about it after, but we clean it.
You know,
at the end of the day, I mean, but to be throwing things now and saying that is where the prisoners there for. Yeah,
and solid waste workers there for. And no, yeah, they have a work to do, but they are only collection agency. They're not supposed to go and pick up your garbage. You throw all about the place. Come on, people. We need to do better than that.
If only some of the waste that they was leaving was that solid.
Well, yeah, but that's solid. Some of them ain't solid at all. Some of them they're wet.
Anyway, yeah.
So,
folks, 440-7377, 440-7377.
347-329-3101.
Yeah.
Give us
and
a call.
I think we have a caller online.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know the busmen and them that go behind the stone there and pass water and it have a toilet where you can pay $1 or $2 and it's still ain't gonna pay the $2 or $1 and they're gonna pee all behind the stone there. They are very nasty.
No boy. Now there are two aspects to that. Let me take the first one. The first aspect is this: they're going and do that, and when they do that, so imagine you have a cruise ship inside there. So Devon, we had a cruise ship, and we have all these people on the cruise ship with the windows facing the terminal and all of that. And they're saying beautiful Grenada, and they pull out their phone or their camera, their long lens, and they're taking pictures of the natives, the beautiful natives, and what they see is a guy with something in his hand doing something on the stones. That is the impression that they're getting at Grenada. Yeah, this guy with this thing in his hand, because he aiming towards them, you know, it's towards them he aiming. He ain't turning back and aim towards the partner and them.
And they are getting scared too.
He aiming that direction, you understand? He aiming a missile, so they seeing that. But the other aspect, right, and I think this is an aspect that they, on behalf of the busmen now, I think the St. George bus terminal needs to look at. Devon, we're laughing at Jed. We're laughing at.
Come and see it. I can't even. Chris, what's wrong with you, man?
It has sea water there. Maybe just wash the hand. I don't know. I don't know. I have not had to take part in this.
You know, right there, Sheldon.
But go ahead.
Right there is a what they call it, you know, a jetty, right, for those persons who take in the water taxi from the ship to and from Grenans. So imagine they're right on that jetty there.
Walking through the garbage.
Yeah, and just looking at it and getting the smell.
That area, we got quite a bit of garbage as well from that area. So
right
imagine.
there on the jetty.
Not only garbage, some other items.
Yeah, a lot of other items. They do all kind of things there, things like condom and all these things.
I say don't go into it.
Yeah, but these things,
no, Devon, remember. That's why I purposely have not been saying certain things. Leave it alone there. Look, but what hold on. But let me say this on behalf, before I lose the point, let me say this on behalf of the bus drivers who utilize the terminal as well. In my view, I think that the authorities at the bus terminal need to look at probably either not free, but reducing the cost for the bus drivers, because they are the users, they are the facility. This is their place of work that they are using. So let's say we make it 50 cents for them to use the toilet instead. 50 cents for them. Yeah, the general public $1 for the bus drivers, people who are members of the bus association, and 50 cents for them to use it. Because I know that has been a concern with some of them, that they can't be paying the same with the general public to utilize the toilet. I mean, the vast majority of them go ahead and they utilize the bathroom there, and so proper facilities, wash their hands and things, and come out. But I have heard one or two of them say, they have said it to me, that it is a bit unfair. Let's stop that thing now, man. It is a bit unfair to some of them, as far as they are concerned, to have to pay the same as the general public to utilize the bathroom on there. So it is something that can be looked at, right? It's something that can be looked at. Okay? Nice, beautiful. 440-7377
347-329-3101.
I am not going to repeat what Chris and them saying on the live. I'm not going to repeat it, but we're going to ban Chris for a week.
And what? And we talking around the bus terminus, and please, we are not saying it is only the bus conductors and the bus drivers. We're talking about general people who use there.
Busmen do pay 50 cents,
They do pay 50 cents?
Yeah, the drivers pay 50 cents.
Okay. So look, I didn't even know that, so no excuse.
Now, you will find fellas going on the stone and urinate because of the scarcity of the urinal. Now, one urinal downstairs for about 1,000 men. And it's too far apart. If somebody has sugar living from one part to the upper part, they will wet themselves.
Explain that.
I think you lost us.
Alternative more than to go on the stone. If they put 2 urinals at the top and 2 at the bottom, that will alleviate a lot of problem. But this one urinal, when you go up there, sometimes 6, 7 men line up, and it's not good.
So let me ask you that. They at the top of the bus terminus and at the bottom, there is separate.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, I'm trying to find out if there is separate urinal.
I think there is a urinal upstairs for the busmen to utilize.
But there's one.
But it seems to be that there's one there. So probably that's another thing. Then
you have the general
authorities
public,
need to increase the volume of urinal. You can't have one urinal there for all our motor bus. No, that is craziness. You must increase it. Yeah, that is craziness.
And over the last what, 2 or 3 years, you have seen almost a 50%, 60% increase in bus in our country. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Sheldon. Good morning, Devon. Sheldon, you just said something there.
Sir.
I don't want you to repeat that anymore. One standard. You can't have 2 standards, then you go create a problem for other areas. One standard, bro. They say $1, everybody has to abide by it. If you want to take out your thing and pay, so they say $1, pay your $1 to pay. No 50 cents for you and $1 for me. So I hope you backtrack that one.
No, I won't, because I'm of the view that this is their place of work. It's different. They're different to the general public.
But
this is their place
in
of
Canada,
work. For instance,
there's my place of work in, but I have to pay the same money, just like the other person who come to go to the washroom.
That's in Canada, and that's unfair if you're working in a
But
place.
no,
and have to do that.
Sheldon, you
That's
can't
unfair.
say that is in Canada, Trinidad, or wherever.
That's unfair.
You have to say one standard. Because if you start with that, you're going to be another standard again for some other place.
I could understand, because they're paying.
That's
fees.
The problem.
No, you see the
There
other
will be
thing.
another standard. The busman must.
No. They're paying
You understand
fees.
me?
They're paying fees
Just follow
to use the
the law.
services there.
That's all they got to follow.
No,
they can't want
I
a
don't
different
agree.
one for them and a different one for somebody else.
We go differ on that one. I'm not backtracking. We're gonna differ on that one, because
Well,
they pay
maybe
fees
somebody
to
else going to
utilize
call
them.
and still going to back me up on that. You cannot do standard. When I go to the Esplanade, you don't have to be because the taxi man have to pay 50 cents and we have to pay $1. Everybody pay $1. That's what mark up there.
All right, my
All right, bro. Have a good one.
All right, my friend.
The general public, me and you, do not pay to utilize the bus terminal. We pay for the service that is being provided by the busmen. And especially remember, within a country that we do not have a national bus service, the buses are privately owned. But the bus drivers pay for utilizing the bus terminal. They pay for that service. And they're saying that if they're paying for that service, then certain things should be made for that. In other words, if everybody else is paying that they paid. And we have heard from a driver now that they do pay 50 cents. Yeah. So I know that some time ago that was something that they had been talking about. So it seems as though that aspect has been addressed. So what needs to be addressed now is the volume of bathrooms available to these bus drivers. Yeah? But still, that ain't really an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse.
Because even if they provide upstairs for them 1 or 2, or even downstairs for them separately, you have the one that everybody uses generally. You understand? So there is no reason, in my view. Yes, it might be, you can put some more, but there can be no reason why continuously, habitually, persons just go at the back and just piss all over the place. It's not good.
So something hard to find out. Folks, this same thing going on in Grenville?
Same thing. I've heard.
I believe from the time it's been open, I've never been to the Grenville bus terminal from the time it has started operations. And while we keep talking about St. George,
I can give you a scenario about St.
kind of
Andrews.
interested in knowing if the same thing is happening in Grenville.
The same thing is happening in Grenville. No.
So whatever is being done to rectify the problem in St. George
has to be done
in Grenville
in
as well.
Grenville also.
Right.
You see, because I mean, you hear in people, there are toilets, portable toilets provided. A couple of them might be about 10 or 15. But the volume of people that is there, it's not enough. So what you find, most of the time, the bus drivers and other part go right behind the terminal by the sea and urinate. You understand? And you imagine that the urinating and that cigars, some seaweed and that mixed together, you know what it is? I mean, it's not good. Right? It's not really not good.
So a similar situation is occurring in
Grenville, yeah. And it must, Port Authority, it's in your domain, it's your backyard. Have some discussion about it. And let's get some, something more, doing.
4407377. That's 4407377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside.
Chris, we got to ban Chris of this.
Terry, so what's up with Terry this morning and Chris and Hannah? Hannah is keeping a certain level of civility in the entire thing. Thank you so very much, Hannah. Right, okay. Right, but I don't know, what is the matter with you people? Anyway, but no, let's look at the entire thing. And let me just mention this for you all before we go back to the phone lines. Let me read part of what the law says. A person who throws down, drops, leaves, or otherwise deposits any litter in or on any public place other than in a receptacle place for the purpose of collecting litter or in or at an approved site. So in other words, if you throw garbage anywhere in the public, anywhere, but in a garbage bin or in somewhere like a dump site, a specified dump site, you commit an offense. And where a person has reason to believe that whether inadvertently or otherwise a second person is committing or has committed an offense under subsection 1, the former person may direct the latter person to place the litter in the nearest receptacle or at the nearest approved site. In other words, the law is, if I see you littering, me, I'd rather be a police officer, any of us, if I see you littering, I can ask you to take it up and put it in a bin. Yeah? It doesn't specify that the person who tells you take it up and put it in a bin has to be a police officer. It could be a child. But they can specify to you, take it up, put it in the nearest approved site. Right. Also says a person who commits an offense under, it didn't tell you had the right to arrest and that kind of thing. Hey, no, you don't. Right? You don't have the right of arrest and that kind of thing. But you have a right to tell the person. A person who commits an offense under that section, let me see, they can A, on service of a fixed penalty notice by a litter prevention warden in the case of a natural person, and if the natural person so chooses, to a fixed penalty of $100. Yes, so you could show the piece of paper, $100. On service of a fixed penalty notice, in other words, they could get a ticket. The fixed penalty notice is like a ticket by a litter prevention warden in the case of a body corporate, and if the body corporate so chooses, to a fixed penalty of $500. So if you're a business, you can be charged $500. On summary conviction, so you could get a ticket where you pay your $100, right? So you get your ticket, you pay $100 and on each offense. So sometimes you throw more than one thing, you could get on each. So $100 at least, you could get a ticket. You have to pay that. If you're a business and you're dumping things where you're not supposed to dump them, $500. But if you are convicted, you go to court now. In the case of a natural person, to a fine not less than $300, but not exceeding $1,500, or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 6 months, or both. So you could be charged anywhere between $300, $1,500, or you could be sent to prison for 6 months, or you could be charged anywhere between $300 and $1,500 and still have to spend up to 6 months in jail, right? And on a body corporate or a business place, not less than $1,000, but not exceeding $4,500. All right? So yeah, business place could find itself. You understand?
Problem. Somebody made a point there as to we emphasizing on the men, urinating or peeing all over the place, and it's only men. But yeah, I've seen, and I could tell, I've seen women
it's only
do the
men?
same. I've seen women do the same. And they stand there. They ain't sitting so stooping down. And they do it.
Let's go to the phone. Let's go to the phone line.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, caller.
good
You're
morning.
live.
Hello?
Yes, you're live, caller. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I was calling to tell you something. I used to live in Barbados, and the private bus and them. I don't see any toilet around where you have to come past water. You have to leave and walk far to go to the government toilet and pass water. So I don't see why we Grenadians doing this thing, and we Grenadians too happy. They're real happy. Yeah.
Right. Okay, my dear. Well, we are a happy people. They say we are happy.
Yeah, we need to continue continuous education, right, on these things that happen. Simple things, but it creates serious problem for us as a people, right? We do it, and the problems come back to us. So we must be mindful that we have to continue educating, right, ourselves, our children, and so about these things.
When I look at it, boy, that's good for the economy. You see, like, okay, you charge and so you get some money into the government coffers and so on. So, if some of these people who say throw it on the ground, let the prisoners take it up, or people, right? So you could make on a monthly basis, you could make a little $50,000-$60,000 off of them.
Very easy.
Yeah, $50,000-$60,000.
Create employment for the little wardens around. And so
salary and things.
3-4 of them, have them with a camera and so, and they, create employment.
Here's the thing.
We need to turn something good out of what is going on.
Yeah, and remember what you've heard from Senator Steele yesterday. The garbage that's being collected in Grenada very soon, there's an agreement with a company that's going to be taking the plastics especially, and they're going to be using that to make the same name brand sneakers and so that we're buying, because there are particular sets of the name brand sneakers, I think it's Nike you mentioned, that Adidas
yeah,
that are going to be made using these recycled products and so on. So there's a company that's trying to take all of those recyclable materials out of Grenada. So the plastics and all them kind of thing that we have, they're going to be taking them. All right. So we need to start looking at that. And so just now, once people realize they can make money with it, you ain't finding no piece of plastic, no way. Everybody going with that.
You see hardly finding certain types of scrap metal around the place. That used to be
you can
all
find
about
brass and them kind of
brass
things.
and copper and aluminum and that kind of thing. It's money. Right, so we need just initiatives, right? Port Authority, we appealing to put some more, garbage bins and more urinals, right? And a camera. That's suggestion that come from people who use it every day, and let us create something good out of what we see going on, right? A lot of good things can come out of that. The whole, I'll say the rebranding of the mines in terms of how some people think, right? Just discriminately, just throwing things. One of the things we can also do, we can have even our school children, right, going out on campaigns through the city. Like a particular morning, you have 2-3 schools, right, or classrooms team up together and with some placards and go around the bus terminals, around the market, and help sensitize people as to the way to go when it comes to garbage disposal and using the urinals, and so we can something good can come out of the situation.
The one you feel them don't know about garbage disposal. I think
they know, but we need to remind them constantly and find them. You see? So just saying we got to make something good out of it, man. Make money.
But I believe they know. We have a caller.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, something else again.
30 seconds and we get your call twice.
Up on the road. We need a lot of cameras like Trinidad, so you can see all them crimes and them are going on.
All right.
What Grenada want.
Okay,
my dear.
I don't agree. I don't think we reached that stage yet. We haven't reached that stage. We have 500 and something murder, 400 and something murders, 300 and something. We haven't reached that stage yet that we need cameras all over. I think the cameras all over are intrusive, and it says something about the society in which you have to use them. Even with all the cameras that they have all over Trinidad, they still have one of the highest rate of unsolved murders anywhere on the planet Earth. And there are cameras left, right, and center. You scratch your nose, there are cameras to see. But they still have a very high rate of unsolved murders, so it doesn't really stop anything. I think what we need is to continue being our brother's keeper here in Grenada, because believe me, yeah, nothing is taking place in Grenada without somebody seeing. Yeah, somebody go see and somebody go talk. Once they know, somebody gonna see and somebody gonna talk. Yes, I believe in areas like the bus terminal and around your town, your main town.
Square,
yeah, you need cameras. You do need cameras to combat illegal activities and for the safety and security of people. You do need it. But to say you're going and put that all over, I don't agree with that. I don't think we're not that type of country. People come here because we are a peaceful, clean, quiet country. People want to come here. They want to visit here. Yeah, they bring their tourist dollars here because we are not like where they come out from. But if from the time they land here, they see a set of security cameras, they start to say, well, no, this is not as peaceful as I thought. So we have to balance things. Yeah? So yes, cameras, bus terminals, one or two other areas, yes. All over the country, like for traffic, this, that, no. I don't think we are at that stage yet.
I want to make an appeal to one or two institutions, schools in particular, right in Tantine. You have TAMCC, Anglican High School, GBSS, and so. Right? I want to make an appeal, even right there around the Tantine, where you have mostly all the school children and teacher persons who walk around there. Right? That area, they must be kept much more cleaner than that, right? In terms of the disposal. Right? When you look at the big drain, right there around High School and TAMCC and so, you see the amount of filth and garbage that is there. We just eat and just throw things in the drain because it's a big drain, right? We need to, especially our school children who utilizes around them most of the time. It's not only you alone, but I'm particular paying attention to you. You are the ones that could set an example to even some of the older folks. Let them see that even as children, right, you carry yourself with pride and dispose your garbage where it's supposed to be, right? We can do it. It's not impossible, right? If we start, we have to start somewhere, right? And I mean, Tantine is another area that we must pay particular attention to. It's used, I mean, so regularly by everybody, school children, workers from the ministerial complex and surrounding the port. And so we have to do much better than that with our disposal and our urinating around these areas.
Yeah. 440-7377, 440-73. You see the voice started thing, eh?
Yeah.
440. Hey, I didn't apologize for not being here yesterday, but you know, sometimes, yeah. But and might not be around tomorrow, but anyway, 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of today's program. Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday, Sheldon, I was. Talk a bit with some of the things that came out from the press conference. One of which is the whole question of preparedness, and so because of the hurricane active, the official hurricane season started.
Okay.
And so
stick 1 point. Let's take the scholar.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Morning, Sheldon.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah. For the garbage, if I could have two separate, garbage, a garbage in the break bottle.
Oh boy, caller, something seems to be wrong with your phone line. You're breaking up, so we can't understand what you're saying, but I did capture what you're talking about is separation of the garbage. And that is something that has been done for many years in various countries. And I think it is something that we could start looking at in Grenada. You put your bottle in one thing. So you have glass, whether broken or still together. You put your glass in one. You put your paper and cardboard products in another.
And then plastic in another.
Plastics in another. Styrofoam and so in yet another thing. And your organic matter you put in something else. Yeah, so I think that is that's a way to go as well. It's going to take some doing, because then you have to have the collection centers and all of it. It can be done. It's not impossible. We're a small island, yeah?
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Morning, Sheldon.
Morning. Yes, morning.
Morning, Sheldon.
Morning, go right ahead. You're live.
Yeah, what I want you to talk about, Sheldon, you have some coconut cutters. They're cutting the coconut skin and they're selling the water. And they're taking all the shell and throw it in the garbage bin. I was sorry for the garbage man and them when they on a morning time, especially on the Belmont side.
Mm-hmm.
They're fooling up the garbage bin with the coconut skin. And this is a no-no for Grenada. They should go and dispose the garbage skin when they cut it. And I want you all to get serious and talk about it because it's very forcing the garbage people in the morning time.
Okay.
All right, my friend.
All right. Mm-hmm. And that is an issue for the guys that selling the coconut water and they create that waste. How do they dispose of it? And what I think needs to be done is that a discussion needs to be held between them and the Solid Waste Management Authority of how they dispose of it. Yeah? They need to have that discussion together with them. Right? Because the thing is, they can't take it and just go and throw it in the land and say, according to how the shell cut, it's going to create mosquitoes. Yeah? Because if the shell ain't cut proper, and that water settled there,
half of it.
You're in drama.
And they love coconut shells and so. Hey, Tess, good morning to you, my friend. Welcome, man.
Yeah, so you must, it has to be cut in a certain way. You have to have the different aspects of that thing.
Most time you cut them in 3 or 4, so you don't leave room for water to settle in them. And
so it has to be done. It has to be done in a different way. So I think a discussion between them and the experts on that, the Solid Waste Management Authority, needs to take place. Solid Waste Management would say, okay, we will provide this area for you to leave it and we'll collect it. Or they can say, well, you should truck it to this location or whatever it is. But that needs to take place. It should not be a situation. This is another area that we have to look at. It should not be an area where we end up in a situation where there is a situation where businesses with their garbage, their large volumes of garbage, are affecting the general public in relation to how they dispose of their garbage as well. I don't think that should be taking place. Like, for instance, I have to put out my garbage, and when I'm putting out my garbage, you have a business close by and you take over the whole garbage bin. That shouldn't be taking place.
Especially commercial waste, garbage and so should be disposed of separately, especially in the towns, right? The solid waste will dispatch or tell them, look, you need to dispose of your garbage for yourself, or we will provide a particular bin for you and you pay for it because it's commercial.
But the other aspect of this too, two things that take place in the town now that I think need to stop. One, you see this thing about a business places closing around 4:35, and then they take all this big cardboard box and leave it outside.
That's not good.
Time for us to stop that stupidness.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. Let's. I mean, come on. We're all Grenadians, right?
That's not good.
We all love our country. We all love our city. Time for that nonsense to stop. Yes.
We too modern for that.
Garbage is created, but I think it's time that there is some sort of system put in place to have this immediately removed, whether it's by the owners of the businesses or whether it's by the Solid Waste Management Authority. But we can't have that continuing to happen, because here's what happens there. They take out these boxes. So they've sold X amount of things and so on, and they have these boxes and the shoe boxes and the little things with the plastic and the plastic bags and the styrofoam and all these things. And they leave them outside the businesses when they're closing. They leave it outside the businesses because the town of St. George isn't built in the way like how you have in New York City. You have an alleyway that they have the garbage container at the side there. So the road looks clean, but at the alleyway, you go there and they open the garbage and then they take the garbage out, they fill the truck and they go. We don't have space for that. So it is left in the front, for the people to pick up. But it makes the town look bad. And outside of that, some of this stuff from time to time ends up down in the drain, and then you wonder why in front by KFC on Granby Street flooding.
Choke.
Yeah, you choke the drain.
Choke the drain.
Yeah. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Scott and Mr. Romain.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, as you are on this topic of garbage disposal, I too have a similar problem where I live in Grenville. Now, there are two young ladies that have babies, right? And they are not disposing or securing the dirty pampers properly. And dogs are taking those dirty pampers and strew it all about in my yard. It is not my dog. That have been happening a couple weeks now. I take it on myself and went and speak to the two individuals. They both of them in denial. Okay? I went to the environmental people in Grenville. I told them about it. They assured me that they will speak to them. I don't know if they did. But however, this morning when I woke up this morning, the amount of dirty pampers that is chewed about in my yard, it is very horrible and deplorable and unsightly. You understand? So I try calling again the environmental people, that's Miss Thompson, but I understand she's not, she won't be in office today. And the things I want to do.
Okay, caller. Let me sort out something here with you. One, whose dogs is dragging the pampers?
Well,
who do the dogs belong to? Right, that's the first problem. The dogs are supposed to be secured into the person's property.
With a wild dog.
Well, if they're wild dogs, then there's a situation that has to be addressed. Somebody could call the GSPCA and let them pick up the wild dogs. But if the dogs have owners, the owners are supposed to secure their dogs in their yard. They're not supposed to be out dragging garbage from by anybody. The second one is this: garbage collection. How regular is garbage collected in your area?
Well, I've noticed twice.
No, I'm asking how much times on a weekly basis is garbage collected in your area?
I tell you twice.
Twice, right. So garbage is collected twice in your area. It means, therefore, that the individuals that are putting out this garbage, because...
Too early.
Yeah, they're putting it out a bit too early. They need to put it out a bit later. If they put it out a bit later, they can avoid that problem happening. It's just two simple things. They need to put out their garbage a little later, and the people who have the dogs that are doing that need to secure their dogs. They need to secure their dogs.
Mr. Scott, here's something.
Mm-hmm.
I have observed that the dog going right in the people place and take the pampers, which he have it.
Yeah, but again, the only two reasons that is happening is one, because the people are not securing their dogs. So that's the first issue that you have. The people who have their dogs running about, because if the dog's doing that, the dogs will also do other things in your yard that you ain't go to like, you know. And you have to go and clean too. So it's not just an issue with the ladies and the children and the pampers. There's an issue with the neighbor, with the dogs that are running free. And the second issue is just the timing that the young ladies put out their garbage. All right? Nice, yeah. The other one is just simply the issue of the timing that they put out their garbage. Simple issues to deal with, really. But again, it's the approach. If we approach in an aggressive manner, people give you that aggressive response. But probably if you try to speak with them and you say, okay, let us have a nice conversation, okay? The garbage truck coming out this time, could you please put out the garbage a little closer to when they're putting it out? Or can you get a solid receptacle, like a proper barrel or something that you put it down inside it, that the dogs and them can't get into? You don't want to put it out tonight for in the morning. You put it out in the morning. Just a few minutes before you know the truck pass, you put it out so that it can be dealt with. I think that's the way to deal with that particular issue.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Morning.
Sheldon.
Hi, morning.
Hello.
You're live, caller. Go right ahead. You're live.
Yeah. I hear you clear. But anyway, that problem, the next thing with the bus terminal. The column. You see the columns there? You see how black that look and dirty? That's not nice at all. They should tile that, man.
Tile it.
Put in a word. They should tile them columns. They're really looking nasty. You could see people hand resting there, and after the long time by the hand resting, it's black and ugly. They must put some tile on that, man.
To upgrade the terminal.
Okay?
All right, my friend.
All right.
Hey, I want to say
That's a valid point too.
I want to say good morning to a beautiful young lady, Antonia Granger. Yeah. Good morning to you and all the
Picking up your
grands.
children and them.
Yeah, I must be. That's my first daughter, man. I must.
Big up your children, man. Big up your children.
Antonia, I know she's smiling all over right now. Good morning to you, my dear.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I know you're pretty. Yeah, good morning, sir. Ma'am. I hope you're having a wonderful morning this morning, right? Yeah, but we need to look at some of these things again. And folks, we're nearly out of time. Eh? I think we only have time for one more call.
One more call, I will take.
All right, let's take that.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen. Let me be brief here.
Very brief.
We're not supposed to be having no problem with pampas being spewed in the area by dogs. Yes, I understand that there are people who might put out the garbage a little bit earlier than when the collection team pass, but we shouldn't have a problem with stray dogs destroying. Doing these things. Why, brothers and sisters? These are stray dogs. They have no owner. This SPCA has this fool. Let's give them the Last Supper. How come we don't have that problem in Lafayette and Mount Horn? We don't have that problem with stray dogs. My next point. The issue with the bus terminal, behind the bus terminal. Listen, Mr. Scott, we have two options. We can make there a no-go area, and if not, we say there is no eating, and make it an area where people could socialize or for whatever reason, and no eating and no drinking in that area. It is that simple. And the areas where people are just throwing the garbage is, I live in an island where this used to happen. You know what they did? They put hidden cameras and they put lights. So you can throw your garbage, because the lights, they put lights so you can see where you're throwing your garbage and make sure it goes down the hill. But the fact of the matter is that the lights that are there is to ensure that they see and the people are the vehicle numbers that is doing these things, and we hold them accountable. Stray dogs in Grenada should not be a problem. The only problem we should have is to ensure that when they're dead, we have the mechanism in place to get them buried. With that, brothers and sisters, I just came through the city, Mr. Scott, running an errand, a very important errand, because I'm on the job. And, I'm so excited today that somebody called me from a vehicle stopping traffic. When I look, it was my Minister of Social Development. So my day right now is complete. Gentlemen, have a special day.
All right, brother.
You made our day too. But I also, as we in closing, Sheldon, one of the things that I just want to leave with us, our method of disposal, right, of garbage and so, right, must be enhanced, right? We must dispose our garbage must better than that. And perhaps in future programs, Sheldon, we could invite somebody from Solid Waste Division to give us
they'd be willing to come.
To give us some tips and direction as to where and so. So Miss Lane, we will be coming at you in a while. Yeah, Rest assured.
They'd be more than willing to come. Yes. I know Solid Waste, they're pretty and they take advice. That's one thing.
Very much so.
They listen to radio programs, they hear concerns, and they're always willing to take advice in relation to.
And they have a good They have a good manager too.
They have a good team overall.
Yes,
and everybody from the garbage truck drivers, the white truck man,
the sanitation inspectors, right?
Which is nothing embarrassing about calling them garbage men. Yeah, sanitation inspectors, whatever, but they're doing a good job, an important job.
Excellent job.
In fact, that's the only group of men I afraid strike.
Yeah.
Anytime them strike, you want to smell the country now.
I was a garbage man one time, But for 2 days. You remember when in 1989 when he had the they go slow with the government.
Now, man, even asked me if I was here, you know.
Well, I ain't sure.
I wasn't here.
Letting you know. Yeah, I was a garbage man for 2 days.
Yeah.
We got a contract to pick up garbage around the town for 2 nights. The garbage people strike. Boy,
anytime
you
them
didn't
strike,
want to be part of that.
Anytime them strike, forget it. You know?
Problems. And we are praying that, you know, they
treat them good, Papa. Treat them good. Treat them good.
And I think we have seen better treatment for sanitation engineers. And so, over the couple of years,
I think that in 1 or 2 instances, as I said, I continue to call for down in my area. I continue to say that I think they need to increase the volume.
Yes, that
areas like South, you cannot be 3 days.
South and town.
When you look at Guankai Hill, for instance, and you see the volume of garbage that comes down from
Guankai Hill.
Yeah, when you see the volume of garbage, because they have a big thing down to the bottom there. So by the time the truck is coming, it's like a truck alone to just take up everything that day.
Wow.
So they need to increase the amount of trips each
collection
one. Even if it's Monday to Friday, we don't mind. You leave out Saturday and Sunday, okay. But if it at least do Monday to Friday, we don't mind.
You minimize on the amount,
Frequente, you can't pass 3 days in Frequente. No.
Well, I guess the solid waste people, they are listening and they love to get advice. All right, so hey, we are there, and the people out there are giving their advice, and so I hope in future, as we continue to help educate and to help educate ourselves when it comes to our garbage disposal, you know, we really hope that persons will join us, right, and be our neighbor's keeper. Right?
And be your own keeper by being your neighbor's keeper.
Yes.
In everything that we say, everything that we do, we hope that you enjoy the rest of your day today and that you keep yourself safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you?
And not about you.
We are out. You know you're all conquerors.
Proper disposal of your garbage.
Yeah. Throw the thing in the proper place, man.
Throw the thing in a bag. Right.
Grenada government rewards local athletes for their contribution to sport and country. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the national report, I'm Rakisha St. Louis. The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Sports, has rewarded Commonwealth gold medalist Lyndon Victor with a parcel of land, 25,000 EC dollars, and an official Grenadian passport for his recent achievements and contribution to the sport and country. In April, Victor secured the decathlon gold medal at the Commonwealth Games and became the first athlete from Grenada to win the event. He was presented with a check on Tuesday by Senator Norland Cox, Minister for Youth Development, Sports, Culture and the Arts. Senator Cox spoke of others in both athletics and cricket who are also being rewarded as part of the government's commitment to recognize their achievements.
For cricket, we have awarded to Afi Fletcher for outstanding contribution towards cricket, and of course at the 2016 Women's ICC World Cup Championship, 20,000 EC dollars and an official Grenadian passport. For Emmanuel Stewart, who is recently on the West Indies under-19 cricket captain, an official passport, and he has been receiving other support in terms of towards his education. Currently, he's at college in Barbados, Comabia College in Barbados, and also Kira Peters, an official passport. She is a member of the West Indies Women's International Cricket Team. On athletic side, we award Anderson Peters with an official Grenada passport, and we have made significant contributions and support to Anderson in the past for previous achievement, and so we're making this passport available to him to assist with his travels. Kurt Felix, the brother of Lyndon, 10,000 EC dollars and an official Grenadian passport, and of course Lyndon Victor, who will be awarded one parcel of land, 25,000 EC dollars and an official Grenada passport.
Victor is happy that all of Grenada is behind the athletes.
I can personally say that this is just the beginning. I think that Grenada has a lot of talent, and we're gonna win a lot more gold medals. And if they know that these incentives are in place to when you win or when you make contribution to your island, I think, you know, the sports is gonna, and culture is gonna really develop in Grenada.
Senator Cox also announced that Grenada's Olympic gold medalist Kirani James returns to competition this weekend. Both James and Bralin Taplin, who gave a good showing at the second Grenada Invitational, will participate in the Racers Grand Prix in Jamaica, while Anderson Peters will compete in the NCCA Championships in Oregon also this weekend. Minister for Climate Resilience and the Environment, Senator the Honorable Simon Steele, says government is spending as much as $100,000 per week to clean up beaches affected by the sargassum seaweed. During the government's weekly post-cabinet briefing, Senator Steele said, from all indications, more work will have to be done in the near future. He said government is looking into various forms of alternative measures to combat the infestation of the seaweed.
We are in discussions with the OECS Secretariat, and they are setting up a task force with affected member states to look at how we can upscale an initiative that was started in St. Lucia, where there is a processing facility that converts the sargassum or extracts the nutrients out of the sargassum to produce liquid fertilizer, which is of commercial grade and is outperforming a lot of the fertilizers that are already on hardware, on stores' shelves. So the idea is that how can we upscale the success that St. Lucia has seen with this so that there are production facilities on each of the affected islands. So we are collecting what is, some may see as a waste material and actually turning that into an asset, and what was a cost to actually turn that into a revenue source with job opportunities for those involved. So work has started in developing that plan. There will be the need to look for international funding to see how we can upscale this. But Grenada, together with its neighbors, are looking at how we can find much longer-term solutions to tackle this major issue that we are facing.
Senator Steele has assured that government is doing all in its power to rid the nation's beaches of the infestation of the sargassum seaweed.
The government of Grenada has an action plan in place. We're currently spending somewhere in the region of $100,000 a week in cleaning up the most affected areas. We cannot cover the entire coastline, but we're focused on those areas where there is the greatest health risk associated with the noxious gases, etc., that are generated from the decaying seaweed. So we can continue with that. But we are also working with our neighbors, working with the OECS Secretariat to look at longer-term solutions. The influx of sargassum is here to stay. Satellite images show no let-up in the amount of sargassum that is drifting our way. So we're looking at how we can turn a problem into an opportunity.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Pull your phone, tap the screen. Double times road match winners.
2016, 2017, and 2018. We're going to make some history in Grenada.
Last year, it was mass. This year is just more mass.
Talking about Spice Mass 2018. We want everybody to come, support, and let's have a good time on the Spice Isle. It's all about enjoyment and fun. Pretty mass and colors and jab and everything. So we just want everybody to unite, and it's all about tapping the screen.
They can't wait for us to come. Remember, come and experience the greatest carnival of all.
And also come and experience the beaches and the beautiful island, right? It's all about 2018 Spice Mass Carnival. Come enjoy.
Last night I drink the rum and I falling numb, but I know this morning I'm waking up. Tap the screen.
Pull your phone. Remember, it's going to be epic. 2018 Mass.
We're not giving up. We're not giving up. Sound the drum, boy. And I'm winding down and I'm getting out tonight. Standing firm, boy.
Welcome back. Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, social development stakeholders will spend the next 2 days formulating policies to improve its current data system. The meeting of the OECS data management seeks to standardize and legislate the system of management, which makes available updated, quality and comparable data on social indicators in the region. Grenada's journey to reform started with an assessment of its safety net programs. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment, Veronica Charles, says the assessment revealed many gaps and flaws that need urgent attention if Grenada is to efficiently keep record of social matters.
Duplication and insufficient intergovernmental coordination, increase in costs due to duplication, gender differences in safety net assessment and eligibility, insufficient monitoring and evaluation, inadequate impact evaluations and assessments. These challenges all point to a common denominator: data paucity and the need to improve our data management systems. These challenges are not unique to Grenada.
She says the training is timely as it gives member countries the hope of addressing challenges, therefore being more valid and reliable with statistics.
Is a key step in the drive to equitable and sustainable improvement in the quality of life of our people. The introduction of a regional standard being applied to all data being collected will ensure the validity and reliability of the statistics being used by all organs of the regional machinery.
Head of the OECS Social Development Unit, Dr. Grace Ann Cornwall, is optimistic that the region's 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda will be met. The 2030 goals call for the collection, processing, analysis and dissemination of data regionally and internationally.
Calls for enhancing capacity building support to national plans to implement the Sustainable Development Goals. And I just want to say our meeting here over the next 2 days, it's really supportive of this call of a coordinated capacity building agenda.
That story just ended the national report for today. Let's recap the top story. Grenada government rewards local athletes for their contribution to sport and country. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
All top strikers, the most anticipated fete to kick off the carnival season is here. St. David's, are you ready for what's Fete? The official launch of your 2016 and 2017 Road March Kings, Lil Natty and Thunder, Saturday, June 9th at the Malmont Playing Field, St. David's. Bigger venue, one night, the ultimate launch. Live from Trinidad, the Hawkman himself, Blacks.
I feel like
representing all the way from Antigua, the Vagabond, the professional drinker, Ricardo Drew. And from Barbados, get ready to take off something with the General Spiffy. Together with all the baddest local artists and DJs. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. sharp. Admission $30 limited, $40 regular, and $50 at the door. Available from St. David's Pharmacy, Grenadian Optical, Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, and Golden Auto Granville. For VIP tickets, call 410-0157. Remember the date, Saturday, June 9th, Malmont Playing Field. Bigger venue, more mass. All top strikers, be there.
Pull your phone, tap the screen. Double times road match winners. 2016, 2017, and 2018. We're going to make some history in Grenada. Last year, it was mass. This year is just more mass. Talking about Spice Mass 2018. We want everybody to come, support, and let's have a good time on the Spice Isle. It's all about enjoyment and fun. pretty mass and colors and jab and everything. So we just want everybody to unite, and it's all about tapping the screen.
They can't wait for us to come. Remember, come and experience the greatest carnival of all.
And also come and experience the beaches and the beautiful island, right? It's all about 2018 Spice Mass Carnival. Come enjoy.
Last night I drink the rum and I falling numb, but I know this morning I'm waking up. Tap the screen.
Pull your phone. Remember, it could be epic. 2018 Mass.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.